Great. So welcome everyone again. Welcome to this webinar offered by the European School Education Platform and eTwinning. The webinar of today is organized in collaboration with the feature group on mathematics, science, and other STEM topics, moderated by twinner Enrica Maragliano, who is here with us today and who will tell you much more about her group, the activities, and what you can access by becoming a member of the group. I will post soon in the chat the link to join her group. So if you're not a member yet, now is the moment. And today's session will focus on insights, tips, and journey from two prize-winning projects, both that revisited mathematics and try to make it into a engaging adventure for students. We have the project Code of Mystery, and we have the project SAGE, Solution Against Greenhouse Effect. And we have with us teachers, member of the projects that will tell us more about these two projects, their connection to mathematics, and some tips that you can take away to implement in your own teaching practice and into your own teaching mathematics at school. I will just remind you before we start the session that this session is recorded, as I already mentioned, and the recording will be published on the official YouTube channel of the European School Education Platform as of the next days. And it will be also uploaded in the group moderated by Enrica. So if you want to share with colleagues or catch up, there will be time and place for doing it. And also, I would like to strongly encourage you to use the chat for any questions that you may have, both technicals, because I will be there monitoring it and giving any support if needed, but also questions related to the content that we will address in the webinar, because our speakers will be happy to address them if there's any time or any way to read your thoughts in the chat. Without further ado, I would like now to leave the floor to Enrica, who will introduce you to our twinning feature group on mathematics. And she will show you a special video to let you have some sneak peeks of her group. So Enrica, the floor is yours, and please let me know when you would like me to share your video.
Okay, thanks a lot, and thanks a lot for organizing this event. It's very exciting for me. I'm the moderator of the STEM, eTwinning STEM group, and I'm a math and physics teacher in Italy. When I was asked to think about some activities for this month, that is the numeracy month for eTwinning, I thought to invite some teachers awarded of the European prize about math, in this case, because especially I must say that as a math teacher, I loved really a lot the Code of Mystery project, because it's a really great project full of ideas and very inspiring. And I personally knew Jean-Noël, that was an Italian partner of mine some years ago, and also Tatiana, we met some years ago in Brussels. So for me, it was very easy and very natural to invite those two teams to this event. But in my group, there are a lot of activities, planned activities, and if you, Alessia, if you can start preparing starting the video, we can go on.
Yes. So let me know if you can all hear the audio and if you can all see, of course.
No audio, but it doesn't matter.
Let me just quickly check that.
No, but it doesn't matter. Of course, we can share the video so everybody can see, can watch it with their own pace, stop it. What I ask you is just to join a group, and maybe you can also use the QR code, but there is also a very easy bit.ly link that is bit.ly STEM eTwinning eTV. Then I wanted to share with you my screen, but now I realize that in this before coming here, the researcher I'm working with and I created the page. She created the page. Everything was there. Now nothing is anymore there. I can share you my screen, and but unfortunately I can't show you what I hoped that I could, because this is of course the group, and we created a page and a post. Angela Maria Sugliano is an Italian researcher about, she is a university teacher in my town in Genova. We created a forum thread and a page, a new page, but it doesn't, I can't find it. So this is something strange. Anyway, in a short while you'll see it, but we ask you to join us in an activity, in a propedeutical activity that is about education, STEM education, educators' competencies. She's studying about that, and we involved also another Italian researcher. He works for Indire, that is our the part of our Ministry of Education that is about researcher. So they didn't met before, but they are working together now about eTwinning teachers, without STEM teachers' competencies. So everybody is asked to help us, to help them, and then on April the 9th, there is this conference, the webinar, and they give you the result of the preliminary activity and some other task to go on. So I have done, I interrupt my sharing, and the floor is yours. So.
Thank you, Enrica. That was great. So this video really gave an overview of all the activities and resources that eTwinners can find by becoming members. And now I think it's time to start exploring the projects of today. And I'll leave the floor again to you, Enrica, because I think you will introduce the project or the project members themselves. So the floor is all yours.
Yes, of course. Thanks a lot. As I told you before, I was really amazed when I navigated in the Code of Mystery project. It's a really a very, very, very good project, and so I contacted the team, and there are Nevin from Poland. Sorry, for Turkish. Monica and Gabriela, and they are the representative of a bigger team, but they will explain us something about their project that is about virtual escape rooms and so, but there is a lot of math and there is a lot of other things. It's a really good project. So Nevin, I think that you are the project coordinator, and I think that the floor is yours.
Thank you, Erika. Hello, dear colleagues. My name is Nevin Bilgiçli. I'm math teacher at Kırıkkale High School in Turkey. Now we will talk about integration of cryptology into educational activities, and we will give some examples from our award-winning project Code of Mystery with my partners Monica and Gabriela. And if you have any questions, please write them in the chat part. We will gladly answer them after the presentation. And next slide, please. First of all, I invite you to watch a short video about our project. The Code of Mystery was a mystery solving project. We worked primarily in math, ICT, and English lessons. We used PBL gamification, but also elements of STEAM. As you know, for a good project, you need an original idea and good partners. Project team is very important. We try to choose our partners from different countries as possible. We work 3 continents, 7 countries, 8 schools, and more than 120 students between 16 and 19 years old. I am one of the founders of this project. As I said, I'm a mathematics teacher at Kırıkkale High School in Turkey. The other founder of our project is Monica Polonska. She is a math, ICT, and chemistry teacher in Slovakia. And our other partners, Gabriela from Czech Republic, Pınar from Turkey, Magali from French Guiana, Jose from Spain, Mijula from Portugal, and Ivana from Croatia. Now we will try to show you how we and our students worked on this project. As you can see on the screen, our aims were briefly increasing students' motivation towards math lessons, developing creativity, problem solving, critical thinking, foreign language, ICT skills, collaborative working, and communication skills, and others. And our project had 2 big parts. In the first part of our project, students worked in national and mixed international teams to create common educational escape game and its solutions. And in the second part of our project, students worked in national teams to develop their unique and common encryption methods. Next slide, please.
You don't see?
Okay. Code of Mystery was an all-year project. We planned as many different types of activities and working ways as possible. We preferred that students sometimes work individually, but mostly in teams, because teamwork is very important. It enables students to work more actively and collaboratively. And in our project, we implement many school subjects such as math, ICT, English, history, geography, visual arts, literature, drama. And our project topic is related to cryptology. Cryptology, the science of encryption and decryption, and it's a sub-branch of mathematics. And encryption is used to transform letters into other letters by applying some certain operations. And it has been used by peoples, especially for secret communications, for centuries. And today it continues to be used in a wide range of areas in our lives. So it is a very good and important example of use of mathematics in daily life. And we used some historical encryption methods such as Caesar, previous, Wegener, permutation, affine, and others in our project. Let's talk about encryption methods with an example. You can see the affine cipher on the screen. And this cipher converts the letters to other letters with help of some mathematical subjects such as function, modular arithmetics. And when we use these methods in our projects, some teams worked in math lessons. They made calculations with pencil and paper. Some teams worked in ICT lessons. They used Excel, Google Tabs, and some teams prepared a program Python language. And so integration of different lessons was an important advantage of our project topic. And our project was founded on mystery story. Founder teachers only created a beginning story. In shortly, there was a suspicious person who was putting the world in danger, and it was necessary to create codes about this person and catch him. And at this moment, no one knows how our story will continue and how will it end. The continuation of story is created by students, and it was very exciting to encounter surprises in every episode for us too. And students in each country created a national detective departments. They networked with each other and worked in international teams, and they also sought help from famous detectives. Now, my dear partner Gabriela will continue the presentation. She will explain to you the working process of our students.
Thank you, Nevin. Hello, eTwinners. My name is Gabriela, or Gabi, as in eTwinning projects, and I teach maths and ICT at Vocational School of Logistics and Business in Prague. I have been an eTwinning ambassador since last year. So let's introduce the activities of the first part of our project. Please, next slide. Thank you. During the first part, the suspect appeared in 3 different countries. So the escape game has 3 main episodes. The first one, the suspect in Turkey. The second one, the suspect in Slovakia. And the last one, the suspect in the Czech Republic. In each episode, the national teams deciphered 7 encrypted clues, giving them readable clues about a suspicious person. The suspect traveled to the host countries and left encrypted messages at various places. The national team, whose territory the encrypted messages were located in, requested the assistance of other national teams to decrypt the messages and sent them 2 materials: a video with instructions and an interactive map of their country. Now we can look at an example. First, the national teams of the host countries created a scenario for their episode. Then they encrypted 7 messages about a suspicious person using some historical encryption methods. They created an interactive map of their country using the Genially Web 2.0 tool and hid the encrypted messages at some places on the map. Let's look at the interactive map of Turkey. There are markers at many historical and touristic places. As you can see, some contain only information about the place, and some contain ciphers. In the video, each partner was directed to a different location and asked to find and decipher the encrypted message at the relevant place. But the video didn't directly explain where on the map the partners should go to and what method they should use to decipher the message. The partners achieved this by following the clues in the video. Now, let's watch part of the video from the episode in the Czech Republic.
We are already in contact with the first one.
Hello, our team has gone to Western Bohemia to the area of thermal springs. We found
Thank you. We're gonna ask the second team for the lady.
Thank you for
We are already in contact with the first one.
Okay. After the host country posted the video, all other national teams searched the interactive map for information about the encrypted message, which they then decrypted. Meanwhile, in each episode, the students of the national teams who deciphered the messages prepare posters about the suspect and his current location, including the clues found so far. Also, after each episode, the students discussed and wrote their comments on how to continue the story. The rest of the story was created according to the students' comments. Let's take a closer look at the steps involved in decrypting messages. All other national teams proceeded as follows. They watched the host country's video carefully. Then they investigated the place they were described, then found the correct location on the interactive map, obtained the encrypted message left at this place. They found the correct method to decrypt and decipher the message about the suspect. And the last step was to make a video and share their solution with all partners. Now let's take a look at the Portuguese video in the episode in Turkey.
Cipher, and his favorite number was 5.
Julio Cesar Cipher. I think I can make a program about that.
For our escape game, students prepared 25 videos with clues. The videos were like parts of a story that complemented each other. Students showed their creativity and they enjoyed it. And now, my partner and friend Monica will continue. She will present how our students work in international teams.
Hello, everybody. Now some information from me about our international teamwork. My name is Monika and I teach mathematics, chemistry and ICT at the Business Academy in Slovakia. It is an economic high school. I like a twinning project very much because of the possibility of national teamwork between students. So back to our project. At this point, the students had all the clues deciphered and shared with each other, and it was time to identify the person they were looking for. For international work, we opened 8 teams named after famous detectives. Students choose their international team. Each team had students from 7 countries and a partner teacher as a consultant for the students' work. Our students had over 20 clues. What did they do with all the clues? Students in their group introduced themselves to each other and found out information about a famous person named after the group. They shared pictures, videos, text, etc. on a shared Padlet. In the second common Padlet, they also discussed tasks, solutions, and the division of work among group members. First of all, they prepared their team cards with their avatars using a common file in Canva application. In the second collaborative Padlet you saw, some students shared posters about their team. Other students created a robotic image of a suspect. Some students marked the route the suspect traveled, and they created a shared map using the Felt application. A group of students from each team filled out a summary table about the suspect. They briefly summarized all the information from the clues they had gathered. In the second part of the international teamwork, we distributed a police catalog to the students. Using the elimination method, the students got to the suspect. Finally, each team prepared a presentation about the results of their work and the solution to the mystery. One student from each international team presented their teamwork to all partners at an online meeting. Through the international teamwork, a great escape game took shape. Using Genially, we integrated mission videos, interactive maps, encryption instruction, and police catalog. Interactive buttons and Google Forms allowed players to put clues and progress. The final educational digital escape game was shared across 7 partner countries. First and bigger part of our project was done. In the second part of our project, students created a unique cipher to encode text. Each national team developed their own unique encryption method with a mathematical algorithm. Each team developed a unique encryption alphabet using trigonometry, sequences, random numbers, or symmetry. They then shared their methods with all partners through a presentation with audio explanation. All teams' methods were merged into a single encryption system by linking 8 encrypted alphabets into a unique multi-stage cipher. The project work was done. A good evaluation process is indispensable for a quality project. It is not enough to think that we did good work. It is necessary to demonstrate this with numbers and reports. A scientific scale measured participants' math motivation before and after the project. Analysis with a t-test showed a significant increase and confirming the project positive impact. You can see the achievement of our project goals on the screen. The first item is the mathematical motivation that I just talked about. It was measured using the scientific first-last test method. The other items were evaluated according to the results of students or teacher surveys applied in the project process and the specific project outputs. As you can see, all the results exceed that 70% success rate that we originally aimed for. As a result of all years' hard work, we have achieved great results. As you can see, we had a lot of outputs. We showed you some of it. Apart from these, we obtained various common collection and final products. You have certainly perceived the STEM methodology and its integration into the project throughout the presentation. Finally, a short summary. Science is cryptology and cryptography. Technology is all our videos and prepared digital materials using many digital tools. Engineering and other subjects were mostly geography, history, art, drama, and literature. You know, reading detective stories is always interesting. And our top subject, mathematics and mathematical knowledge and developing logical thinking in many activities. If you have questions, you can write it in the chat. We will gladly answer. Thank you for coming and listening to the story of our project work, and thank Enrika and European School Education Platform for the opportunity to show you our winning eTwinning project, Code of Mystery. Have a nice evening. Thank you.
Thanks a lot. It's really amazing. It's a beautiful project full of food for thought, and I'm really happy for having been invited you, because you are a great team, and so it's something that worth to see. And I see also in the chat there are a lot of very good comments, very enthusiastic comments. So I think everybody appreciates it. Now we are the second team that is my friends, I can say, because I met both of them, not together, but I met Tatiana in Brussels, and also Jean-Noël in Brussels, probably in coming. We share also a very complicated evening in Paris airport, but now I think that the floor is yours. Jean-Noël told me that his microphone doesn't work. Let's see what happens. Jean-Noël, can you?
Now it's working, I think.
Okay, now it's
Let
fine.
me try. Can you hear me?
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
we
Now
can
we
hear
can.
you.
Now we can.
Now it's okay.
So you can go. The floor is yours. I think that you have about 20 minutes and 25 minutes. I'd like to have some times for participants' questions, because I think that it's very interesting to hear from you, but it's also very interesting to hear from participants. So go on.
So hello, my name is Jean-Noël. Do you share the presentation, Tatiana, or do I do it?
Okay, I will do it. I hope. I'm not sure. Let's see.
Tatiana, you just need to share your screen. Ah, great, it's already loading, so we see your screen.
This one. Okay.
Yes. Go back.
So yes. I am Tatiana Gulic. And I am retired for 3 years now. So it's really, hard to me for doing this. But anyway, I will try it. I was physics, math, and ICT teacher in primary school, and with Jeannot, we work a lot on a lot of eTwinning and Erasmus projects. So, Jeannot, will you start it?
Yes, so this project was an Erasmus Plus project, but we did between the mobilities an eTwinning project to have some connection between the mobilities. So the first we will show you how we found the partners. So we just used I used the forum and the platform to find Tatiana. That was for my very first project, and we found also our colleague in Italy, thanks to the platform. So we didn't know each other, but we managed to do this project together. Then we will show you the timeline. This project lasted 2 years. In the first year, we tried to understand how the greenhouse effect works. So we worked on with connected greenhouses. We built some connected greenhouses. We made some experiments to understand this greenhouse effect, and we analyzed some climatic data. So that was the mathematical part of the project. So in the first year, we made some teacher mobility to prepare the whole 2 years, and then the students met in Italy in March 2019, then in May 2019 in Slovenia, and then in the second year, after having understood this process of greenhouse effect, the students looked for some solutions. So they looked in two directions. The first directions was the changing their way of life to reduce this emission of greenhouse gases, and also they looked for some technological solutions. So thanks to maybe electronics or something like this. So we did another students mobility in Slovenia in October 2019. Sorry, earlier I was bad, but it's okay. And then because of what you know, we couldn't do the last student mobility in 2020, in April 2020. So first we started, so we will now describe the activities we made during the whole project. The aim of these activities were to motivate the pupils, the students. We tried to be innovative. We tried to find some activities where they could share, where they could collaborate, and highlight what they could do, especially for my students who are students in a vocational school. They miss very often self-confidence, so we wanted to highlight that they know something, that they can teach something. My students, they learn electronics, so they could teach the pupils of Tatiana some basis of electronics, and so we could show them that they are able to do something and give them some self-confidence. And so thanks to the connected greenhouses, especially, we wanted to give some meaning of what they are doing. And thanks to researchers, you will see that one of the activities, we try to inspire them. And so showing them what is the best in research. So again, these tuning activities, they were between the mobilities. So the first activity.
The first activity was logo contest. We tried to prepare the students for thinking about this environment and greenhouse effect. So we use in our school, in a primary school, we use teachers of art, and in art lessons they try to find the best logo, and it was really the one who was selected was our logo. There was a few propositions that they could not have a kind of electronic ICT prepared apps for doing logos, and so in this time we also prepare pupils and students to use TwinSpace to prepare their own profiles, and they try to interact with each other. So we also have international vote for logo.
Then we made an activity with presentations, and we used maybe you know this site. It's Learning Apps. So this is the map of my high school, and thanks to some games, the students they could watch videos, presentation videos of the different students. So that we used here some interactive games. So sometimes there were some games with dealing with math. You know, these Learning Apps. Maybe as you know, all the type of games you can find. So this was the activity for presentation. Then
So the next stage was sharing experiments in physics classes and biology classes. We prepared some experiments. It was creating a bottle garden, very interesting thing. If you don't know, you can see this video how to make it. Also, it was measuring speed of increasing temperature of heating in air or in heating when CO2 is added to air. And also there was experiment how the melting ice interact with high of water of oceans highs. So we shared these experiments. We made it all in our schools. The idea was to share it and to publish results and maybe some better ways to do it, or how they are related to nature.
The idea was one school would propose one experiment protocol, and the other schools will make the same experiment in their school. So that was the sharing part was this one.
Yeah. So we also, as Jeannot mentioned, we have meetings with experts, with meteorologists, and with climatologists from Ljubljana. The pupils prepared questions in TwinSpace in forum, and we send these questions to our scientists. They show us their work, how they work. Some meteorologists show us their station, and they have some other interactions with them. So pupils ask them questions, and they use these recorded meetings for further discussion in forums.
So now comes the very mathematical part of our project. We decided to analyze the climatic data in all three schools. We could have done this in our school, but we decided to make it in a collaborative way. So each school was in charge to collect the public meteorological data of the next weather station they could find. For us, it's near the airport. We have a meteorological data weather station, so we could collect the raw data. That means tables full of numbers, and in each school they did the same. So in France, in Slovenia, and Italy, each school collected this raw data, so tables full of numbers. Then the next step was to send these tables to another school. This other school was in charge to create diagram out of these data. The data which shows where a temperature, so highest temperature, lowest temperature, mean temperature, and also the speed of wind, and that's all. And so with this, so the second school was in charge to make simply diagrams out of them. So diagrams, and also add this how do you call this? I don't know, this mean function, that to you have a cloud of points and you have this mean function, just to see how the temperature, for example, evaluate during and at the end they could see it raises, but how it evaluates during, it was since 75, something like this. So it was around 50 years. Okay, so after this, after having done these diagrams out of the table sent by the previous school, they had to send this diagram to the third school, and this third school was in charge to make how do you call an infographic. So this time, out of these diagrams, they were in charge to analyze the infographic. I think if you click on the left part, you will see the infographic, Tatiana.
No.
If you click on climate data or something somewhere here, no, you cannot.
No,
okay,
no, it's not working.
No, at the bottom maybe.
At the bottom. Oh, okay.
So here there is a climate data infographic made by a school in Medvode. So you see the tables were here, and you see this slope, this slope, this function, and all functions like this, they were showing an increasing of the temperature over the 50 years. And at the end of the infographics, the students, they were in charge to analyze and to make a small conclusion of what they observed. So this is the mathematical part, when this activity is purely mathematical, but based on the real data. Then we made another activity, this time based on the specificities of my students. We were studying electronics, so they were in charge to make video tutorials to teach the younger pupils how to use electronics, and especially these Arduino boards. How are the basis of this Arduino boards, how you can code them. And so they were in charge to share the technical gestures and the vocabulary.
Yeah, and they were really nice work with these tutorials, and we also use live video conferences. And at the end, the second year was for survey of way of life, and then from this data we prepare some further results with Hackathon, and Jeannot will tell us more about it.
And we prepared some physical activities tutorials to increase this way of life, how to go to school, go by cycling or walking instead of taking the car, for example. So, and that's the pupils share some tutorials to stay in good shape, how to stay in good shape. So out of this survey, we decided to work on this solution, how to reduce our greenhouse gases, thanks to changing our way of life. also way of transportation, but also way of consuming. Maybe consuming local products instead of bananas in winter anywhere in Europe. Something like this. I think our time is about to be done. So
Yeah.
So this is the conclusion. We put this again. Our project was made thinking of all these words for our pupils and mainly to open their minds and give them some meaning about the mathematics in their life.
Thanks a lot. It was a really an amazing project, full of idea, full of foods of thought, and I'm very happy to mix these two projects because they are very different, but both of them are full of math and full of ways to open mind to our students. In the meanwhile, before the questions of the audience, that of course are welcome, I'd like to. I found the page that I couldn't find in the group, so I can share the screen and wait a moment. And I created the post because this is this was really disappeared, but it's the page is there. So I share with you one moment the page of the group. This should be this one, okay. And this is the post that I created just now, and you can go here and get a seat. I forgot to add the link of the page, but I can go there and I can show you where it is, the page, because actually it's there. The page is here, so it's all the information are here. Everybody is welcome for if you for the preliminary activity, and then on April the 9th you'll have the results and the presentation and the discuss, and I think it's a very nice organization, and these two researchers are very, very nice and different, so they have different competencies in some way. So and you can have a certificate. I don't know if you do something about an Italian certificate, but we can leave you a certificate, and to have to go and get a seat, it will be inside a group. So sorry. It will be here, and it will be you have to go here, and you have to get a seat. So of course I'm the organizer, but you can join the meeting and get so to register your participation. Of course, for the one that couldn't join us, you'll be welcome to, if you can listen to the recording, but of course it's different, very different if you join us and share your ideas. So now I think
just to add, Enrica, sorry to interrupt you, just to remind our attendees that to see this page and to sign up for this event, you need to be member of the group.
Yeah,
so
of course.
The first very important step, if you're interested in joining, is to open the link that I posted in the chat, becoming a member, and then you will see all these activities. Sorry, Enrica, was just to add.
No, it's something very important actually, because the link is quite long, but I created a very short one that is bit.ly/STEM capital letter ETW, my capital letter again, and so I can't write in the chat because I don't know, there is some issue that I can't solve, but it's of course in the video that probably you shared, Alessia, you have all the information, all the calendar, the agenda of the activities, and we are going to organize a lot of activities, and in May there will be other. We'll bring other awarded teacher in chemistry and physics. So for the one that don't love physics, we were discussing as a math teacher that some of us don't like very much physics. So you can have a chance to like it a little bit more probably. Now,
Thank you.
It's up to you, the audience. We have about 5 minutes for questions. Some of you, I've seen a lot of questions, a lot of comments in chat, so maybe this is the time to
no questions to
interact.
Yeah, I see mostly comments in the chat, very inspired comments or experiences shared about making math more engaging, but so far I don't see questions. Let me give another look. No, so far no questions. So maybe we could close the webinar if it's okay for you.
One moment, because I forgot to tell this, because we of course had a WhatsApp chat with the 2 teams, and of course they are very kind and they are available for further activities, so we can open a forum, and if some of you have some questions for the one that couldn't attend to the webinar and can see the recording, everybody is welcome, and you can post your comments and your question and so in the forum of the page, of course, in the group. So this is
thank you, Enrica. That's great, and thank you to all the speakers, teachers with us today that are sharing their knowledge and their availability. I think it's very important for teachers to get inspired by each other's practices, and that's what we did during this session, because indeed giving an overview of really concrete examples of activities, attendees could get inspired with practical examples, practical tips. So that's really great. And I would like to thank you so much for taking the time to share this with us, also sharing some challenges, sharing some insights and anecdotes. That was very important. And I would like to thank Enrica for organizing such an interesting opportunity and conversation on the topics of mathematics education, which is also our monthly topic, the one of the European School Education Platform. So we have plenty of resources that you can check to enrich even more your knowledge about the topics. And since it's actually 6 and it was an intense session, I would say to wrap up here the webinar, thanking again our attendees and encouraging them to post any questions in the feature group of Enrica if you want to continue or follow up on some topics that you found interesting. Thank you again to all the teachers here with us today, and thank you, Enrica.
Thanks a lot to my friends that
thank you.
That collaborated with me. I think it's something that we can repeat. I hope you like to work together. I think we are going to be a team in some way. And thanks a lot, and come to the team, to get your group. And of course, the presentation also, the recording, but also the presentation will be in the group. So everybody can have all the materials in a perfectly twinning style. Thanks a lot.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Have a nice evening.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Goodbye.
Bye.